That one's going. That one's going. This one's going. This one's going. And this one's going. Bloody jolly good. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go over to here. And here's Johnny. Hey, how are we doing today? All right, let's get rid of this. Get this out of the way. Hey, Gallinstance. I have no idea how to pronounce that one. Sorry, dude. And here we go. Who do we have tonight? You can let members know they're able to blah, 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 blah. Jack Randico? Jack, Row, Ram, shoot. Mohammed, how are you today? Mike, Rosan, Sigma, Boobles, Country Gal, Marcel, Jay Moore, what's happening? How do you pick strike price? Oh, that's an easy one. I'm going to get to that in a little bit. Just hang tight. Howdy. Our cool Luke. Okay, Tony, what's happening? Sigma, hello. Gil. Jera Orozco. Okay, cool. Jay Moore, what's happening? Jay Moore, cool beans. Laurie, good evening. Gail Stentz, how are you tonight, Gail? All right, Don Gordon. Hey, James. When you are ready, can we take a look at GM? Ooh, General Motors has the EX date of March 7th. Let's start up a new list. Here we go. New list. We're going to start off with General Motors, GM. Okay, Don. We're going to take a look at General Motors. Give me a minute or two. Badge. Hey, James, Laurie. Blah, 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 blah. All right. So, let's get ready to roll. Good evening, everyone. My name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow using a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week trading strategy that I created for my 9-year-old little daughter back in 2008. VIP Gold for free signals daily. Oh, cool beans. Okay. And we are ready to roll. All right, so let's keep on rolling. First thing we're going to take a look at, Gail. Nice that you're doing good. Gail, tell me what you want to take a look at. We'll bring it up on the chart, take a gander at it, and give you our opinion of it. First, on the top of the list, let's take a look at Advanced Auto Parts, because I'm kind of curious what happened with AAP. All right, so this morning we looked at it, and believe it, I'm going to share the numbers with you because it was just crazy this morning, and it's like something you see once in a while, but not that often. So this morning, it happened. And I bought a whole bunch of Advanced Auto Parts because the numbers just looked absolutely ridiculous. Now, they do have their earnings report tomorrow morning, so it's a 50-50 shot. Is it going to drop, or is it going to shoot up, or is it going to stay the same? Who knows? Chelsea, what's happening, Miss Chelsea? All right, welcome, Miss Chelsea. You're new here. I would remember that name. Good evening, and pleasure to have you here. So let's get ready to get going. First thing we want to take a look at is AAP, which is Advanced Auto Parts. I gotta fix this because I can't see the whole thing. Oh, that just didn't work right now, did it? That didn't work right either. I want to make it a little bit smaller. Bring it on over to here. All right, can I see the whole thing? Yes, I can see the whole thing. All right, so we are going to take a look at Advanced Auto Parts. Now, why is it that looks that way? There we go. All right. So I want to go back and I want to take a look at the whole kit and caboodle. Yo, Chelsea, what's up? Hang tight, sit, chill, relax. All right, Top Dat Baby wants to take a look at Ben Franklin. Yeah, unfortunately, Top Dat Baby, Ben, B-E-N, is a monthly optionable stock. And you've been here long enough, you know we don't do monthly options because the numbers just don't work. So, I as much as I appreciate you being here and you interacting, I think it's great. Thank you very much. However, B-E-N is just not going to cut it. All right, so let's take a look. You know what? I'll put it up. We'll take a look at it. B-E-N, because you asked nicely, and I'll show you why I don't like it. And hopefully it makes sense to you. All right, because I'm here, I want to make a simple, safe, predictable 1% per week, and I can't do that with Ben, and I'm going to explain to you why in a little bit. But right now, we're going to take a look at an anomaly that happened this morning with Advanced Auto Parts. Now, Advanced Auto Parts has their earnings tomorrow. So usually earnings, the stock either jumps up, drops down, or does absolutely nothing. And it is a roll of the dice, so to speak. But here's the thing. Let's take a look at the numbers. Now, anytime I look at a stock, I always want to look at the 1-year chart first, because I want to have some kind of idea what the stock normally does. John, what's happening? All right. A year ago, we're right around $60. She shoots up to almost 90. And then she drops down slowly. We get here at 60 back in August. Gaps down, keeps on dropping, and look at where we end up. 35. It goes from $90 down to 35. That's almost a 60% decrease from the top to the bottom. Okay. Sorry, excuse me, I just need to grab my tea. All right. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the movement. Up, high of the year. Down, drops. Here's the bottom, right in November. And it starts shooting up nicely, pulls back a little bit. And what's happening right here? Okay, so now we know that the earnings report's coming out tomorrow. But here's the thing. If the high of the year is almost at 90 and the bottom of the year is at 35, well, it should be a pretty good deal at 45. But that's not what it was this morning. Let's zoom in, take a better look. All right, the last 90 days. Now, anytime I look at a chart, I always looking for 5 things. The high, the low, where was it, where is it, and what's the movement? Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, and up. That's a nice movement. It's almost predictable. Hypothetically speaking, if this is the high here, this is the bottom here, yeah, she should be starting to go back up again. Well, alrighty then. But with a big jump like this, well, is it compensating for this big drop, that big drop? Don't know. Well, let's find out, because that's what we're looking for. I never want to buy something that's not something I would pick and hold on to for a long period of time. So for it to be that, it has to be consistently profitable. Well, Advanced Auto Parts is. What do we have here? Okay. Johnny Cash. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, down, down in the flame. Raphael. James. I recently quit my college education like you advised me. Oh, hell no, I did not. I don't give advice to anyone. Okay? Advised me to follow your school on YouTube. That's not what I said, and it has been a blessing for me. I'm glad it's working out for you, but I don't give recommendations. I don't. And I'm at a loss because I didn't say that. The interesting thing about that, Raphael, is every single one of my episodes, every single evening, it is recorded. Everything is recorded that I do, and it's up on YouTube. I'd be more than happy to go back to that episode and re-listen to it. I do not make recommendations. But, hey, I'm glad life's working out for you, and you made a decision. Okay, if you're happy with this decision, that's great. But just be aware, Stocks go up, stocks come down. And if you're in the wrong side, you may regret that choice. But always be aware of the risks that are involved in this little game here. Okay, but I always say it every single night. I don't make recommendations. I don't give tips. Okay, we're going to take a look at Riley in a little bit, Johnny. All right. Come on. R-I-L-Y. Laughing my ass off at Crit Call. I did not tell him to do that. Can you explain what premium is? VST. Okay, top that, baby. Well, hold on a second. VST. Pepsi. Scotty wants to take a look at Pepsi. All right, we're going to get to that one. Buy and hold. Hey, James, how about ADM, Advanced... at Archer Daniels Medlin. Okay, GLW. Isn't that Corning? ADM, Archer Daniel Midland, and GLW. I'm saying that's Corning, isn't it? I don't know. Let's find out. American Airlines. AAL. Cool beans. Can we look at Aflac and Colgate? Sure. Aflac, Colgate, both dividend kings. Nice pick, Gail. Nice pick. CNI. What the hell is CNI? CNI. Now, just to let you know, I can't read that name, but here's the thing. If you ever hear me say, what the hell is that? Usually it's not going to be a good thing. And Dev wants to take a look at Lucid. LCID. All right. They released earnings today. Okay, what's your take on Pi? 3.14, 7681743. I don't know how much further it goes, but it goes quite the ways. PI, I have no idea what that is. Okay, well, we're back over here to YouTube. What do we have over here? Steven! Advanced Auto Parts is just what I wanted. If I put in a limit order than the mid, isn't it more likely to get a chance to get in at the opening bell tomorrow? Steve, there's a slight possibility you missed the boat on this one, because before the market opens tomorrow, they're going to have their earnings report. And whichever way it goes, now, I'm not sure if you were on this morning. Now, this morning, I'm going to go over the trade we went over this morning and show you and share with you the numbers. Because I took one look at it and I said, oh, hell yeah. And then I dumped a bunch of money in it because the numbers were just freaking ridiculous. For 1 week. Actually, for 4 days. Okay? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 4 days. The number was crazy. All right, so I'm going to pause the questions. No more questions for now, so hold up. Over here, Steve, we're going to take a look at that. We can't see the TOS screen. Why can't you see the TOS screen? Hold on a second. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. All right, I'm going to run to 10-minute trader. All right, right over to here. All right, slide down. View all, because I want to see all that stuff. First thing that's going to pop up is my splash page, which has all of my social media. Now let's go on over to YouTube. All right, both of them are live. All right, that one's live, which is me standing in front of the computer, what you're seeing right now. And the other one is just the screen, which is just the screen. Okay, so it seems to be working, so I'm not quite sure what you're saying. So let's get this back down to here, and let's finish looking at Advanced Auto Parts. No, man, Raphael, thank you. People, I'm just joking. I'm still going strong. My education, follow James. He's a real one. Love from Switzerland. All right, Raphael, you know what? You got a couple of people all riled up. Yeah. No, okay, so Raphael, actually, he was just kidding. He did not quit college. Okay? Yeah, no, Raphael. Anyway, people believe what they hear. Antoine, do you have to sell your covered call if it reaches the strike price? Antoine, I'm not 100% sure exactly what you mean by that, because we buy stocks on Monday and Tuesday, and then we wait to see what happens on Friday, because the options expire on Friday afternoon, right around 3:59 p.m., because at 4 p.m. the market closes and you can't do anything. So if you are buying options, you have until 3:59 p.m. on Friday afternoon to do something. Okay, now we as sellers, okay, I'm a seller, I'm not a buyer. I sell an option, I'm wanting that option to either go to zero, or for whoever to buy it, whoever bought it, to take the shares away from me, and I get to do the whole thing over Monday. I'm going to do it Monday anyway. So whether someone buys the stock from me or the option expires worthless, it really doesn't matter to me one way or the other. Because I've been playing this game so many times. I've been up at bat so often. I'm just going for the singles and the doubles. That's it. I'm not trying to hit a home run. Excellent movie, Moneyball, where they said, you know what, let's get rid of the home run hitters and just focus on singles and doubles. Guys who get consistent singles, consistent doubles, because in the long run, 1% every single week comes to over 50% per year. And it only takes me 5 to 10 minutes a day on my own personal account. Okay? So 5 or 10 minutes a day, 50% per year, it works for me. Okay, if you want to suggest something for me and give me an idea what you think might work, I'm just going to let you know you're wasting your time, because I'm stubborn as a mule, because I come from a generation where if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay, it works fine for me. I have no interest in looking at anything else. I actually enjoy my life. I retired about a year ago. I have enough money to do what I want to do. And I'm just helping you guys out, but I'm also creating a legacy for my children and my grandchildren. I only have one grandchild at the moment, but I'm hoping that my kids will pump out some more. So eventually, this little library that I'm amassing every single day, now I have videos going back all the way to 2011. I get videos going all the way back to 2011. So I'm hoping at some point in time, when I'm no longer here, my knowledge that I've spent a lifetime collecting, I'm trying to pass it on to my kids. And you get to have a peek at what I'm doing. Okay? So, it's not the greatest in the world, but it helps. I'm not used to talking so much. So the ginger tea and honey helps out with the throat. Okay, so let's keep going. Ooh, Investorite wants to take a look at 3M. We haven't seen 3M in a long time. Now, we bought a bunch of 3M last year, and then 3M had a huge fallout with somebody somewhere, and the stock just tanked for a couple of weeks, turned around and just shot right back up and made new highs. Okay. All right, but yeah, we'll take a look at 3M. Hold tight. All right. Don't. All righty. Do I sell covered calls if it reaches a strike price? It's always a numbers game. Okay, Antoine, you ask a good question. It is a good question. Do I have to sell your covered call when it reaches the strike price? What actually happens is you buy the stock at a certain price, and we're going to go into a couple of samples as the night progresses. So I'm going to show you everything you need, because you don't really need anything else. Now, I do have a bunch of people that join my morning trading group. It is a paid service. People pay to actually be there, but you don't need to. Okay, people want to advance faster, so they join the service for a couple of months, and great, wonderful. I'm not trying to sell anyone anything, but here's the thing. You don't really need anything, because I'm going to show you everything. Now, you're either going to get it, or you may need to come back. So keep coming back. I'm here every day. You know, I've been doing this for 20 years, not this in particular, interacting with you guys. This is all new to me. Next thing, the next step for us, we're talking about getting our own TV show. You know, kind of like, well, I want to do my own thing, you know, and I actually want to have a hotline so you guys can actually call in and we can actually talk live and go over stuff live. Because I love talking to naysayers and trolls, but none of them have enough balls to pick up the phone and actually have a good conversation. Anyway, let's keep going. So Top Dat Baby wants to know what a premium is. Now, I'm going to make a leap here and make a bold statement. I'm assuming you're over the age of 18. And you probably either have homeowners insurance, renter's insurance, car insurance, or some type of insurance, which you need to pay a monthly or quarterly or annual premium for insurance purposes to cover against any losses. That's exactly what a stock option is. It is originally intended as an insurance policy for rich people. Okay? So if you have a whole bunch of stocks and the stock jumps up and you're afraid that it might come down and you might lose some money, well, that's what stock options were created for, an insurance policy. So if you bought a stock and it went up and you bought an option, so in case it dropped like a rock, the option would increase so it would offset any losses. So the premium is what you pay for the insurance policy. Now, some people call them calls and puts, but it is in actuality an insurance policy. And for an insurance policy, you have to pay for the premium. It is actually a legal binding contract. Okay, so if you read the details, now a lot of people just agree, and don't actually read the fine print. Okay, stock options, calls and puts, are legal binding contracts, and they're basically insurance. You're just leveraging one against the other in order to turn a profit. And it's perfectly legal to do so. All right, well, that being said, let's keep on going. So the premium is just the payment you're making to either buy. When you're buying an option, that's the premium, that's what you pay. If you're selling an option, that is the premium you collect. See, I'm looking to collect premiums because 80%, get this, 80% of all options expire worthless. So why the hell would I want to buy? I don't want to buy, I want to sell. That may sound funny because a lot of people think you can make a lot of money buying options. Well, you can if you're on the 20% side. But remember, 80% of them expire worthless. So do you really think you're that good at picking? I don't. Okay, and now when I first started trading, it was like I couldn't buy something that was a loser. I did 125 trades in a row before I got my first loss. And I was like, I was hooked at that point. And then it's like one loss after another. But anyway, that's neither here or there. All right, where are we? I'm investor. I'm doing fine. Okay, Scotty, your TOS screen is not filling the whole screen. We can't see the strike prices part. The strike price is right over here. It is filling the whole screen. Anyway, all right, let's finish up with Advanced Auto Parts. Now I'm going to explain to you what happened this morning. Now, that's the 90 days. Let's zoom into the 30-day chart, and I can show you what we did this morning. It was just crazy. So I had to take advantage of it. No, I didn't have to. I wanted to. There's a huge difference between having to and wanting to. All right, so let's move over one. All right, this is what we saw this morning. All right. 30 days ago, we're at 47. We shoot on up to 51, went sideways for a little bit, came down, went back up again. Then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down days in a row. 7. Okay? Now, we also found out that Advanced Auto Parts has its earnings tomorrow morning before the market opens. And when they have earnings, they have let's call it an exaggerated premium. Okay, the premium was so exaggerated, it ended up being, I think, 28% for 4 days. Can you believe it? 28% for 4 days. So there is risk to that. The risk could be, well, the earnings might be bad and the stock could drop even more. That comes into rule number 1. Rule number 1 is never buy something you don't understand. Well, I pretty much understand Advanced Auto Parts. Now, I don't follow it like a soap opera or anything like that. Nothing creepy. But I do keep an eye on it. The 30-day high was 30 days ago. Okay, well, I mean, well, it was a couple weeks ago. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 weeks ago was the 30-day high. The 30-day bottom was Monday, which was yesterday. So this morning, this is what we're looking at. And the premium we're looking at, the 46.30, the 46s, look at that. $3 on a $46 stock. Now, $3 on a $46 stock, well, that comes to almost 7%. But this morning, it was, it was around 7% this morning. But I bought it on margin, which bumped it up to like 26 to 28%. So it's like, yeah, I like that one. All right, anyway. So let's take a look at it now and see what's happening. So this is what we saw this morning. So let's see what today's look like. Okay, so here's today right here. So today we opened up at 43.14. It went as high as 46 and as low as 42, and we're closed at 45.88, which is where we are right now. Now, what does that look like if it was a covered call? But before we do that, let's take a look at the seasonality. What does this stock normally do this time of year? Now, for those who don't know, this here is a seasonality chart. What does that mean? Well, seasonality sounds almost exactly what it sounds like. The seasons, winter, spring, summer, fall. Certain stocks react differently in the spring as they do in the fall, as they do in the summer, as they do in the winter. It's just facts. You know, it's cold in the winter, people put the heat on. It's hot in the summer, people put the air conditioning on. Companies react differently. They have a different cost basis, and things are just different in the spring than they are in the summer. It just is what it is. So the blue line represents, this line down here, this represents this year. So January to the blue dot, which is today. The red line up here is 10 years of information. That's 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, so on and so forth, for 10 years. Now, I can set it for 20 years, but I think 20 years is a little bit too much. Because 20 years ago, totally different world than what we are now. Even 10 years ago is a different world. But it gives me a good idea, what does the company normally do? Well, this company sells auto parts and anything auto related. Well, we Americans, we love our autos. We do. We love our cars. And Advanced Auto Parts is one of the ones that we keep our eye on. Now, AutoZone, out of my price range. But Advanced Auto Parts right in there. So here's what it's been doing lately for the last 10 years. This is what it normally does. So let's zoom into that and see exactly what that looks like. Put it right on the blue dot, click left, drag right. As soon as that lights up, see it light up? That's about a week. Okay? Actually, it's about 2 weeks. So here's where we are now on the 25th. Okay? The 28th is right here. Okay? This is 1 week. The 7th, this is 2 weeks. And the 14th, this is 3 weeks. So this is 3 weeks. Look, it basically just goes sideways. That's what it normally does this time of year. All right, fine. So I don't mind. But look at the premium. The premium was just freaking crazy. So let's actually do one for the fun of it. We're going to do it at 46. Okay, we're going to change this to covered call. Now, one of the reasons why I like Thinkorswim, because this trading platform here is Thinkorswim. So wherever you buy your stocks and sell your stocks, it's called a trading platform. Okay, this one is owned by Charles Schwab. It's called Thinkorswim. You can download it for free. You can use it for free for a certain period of time before you actually have to give them a call and say, hey, is it okay that I use your software? Yeah, you're better off downloading it onto your computer. Total different than the online version. The online version, it doesn't have as many perks as the downloadable version. Don't download it onto your phone. Okay, on your phone, it's too congested, too much information. It's just hard to navigate on your phone as it is on your computer. All right, so let's keep on going. Now, we're going to do a covered call. Now, when I say I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Well, the trading strategy, the simplest trading strategy is just buying the stock. But there's a problem with just buying the stock. There's no profitability there until you sell it. Makes sense. But the stock has to do something. It has to go up or it has to go down in order for you to make a profit. There is one trading strategy where the stock has to do absolutely nothing. Doesn't have to go up, doesn't have to go down, doesn't have to go side, doesn't have to do anything. And it is a simple, safe, predictable, meaning I know what it's going to be, and it is a consistent, has a consistency. We're going to talk all about that and answer all the questions. If you have any questions, throw them out there. Please do me a favor. Only ask the question once. Okay? I answer every single question, every single post before the night is over at 11:30. So right around 11:15, 11:10, 11:15, I stop looking at stocks and just answering questions. But we'll go through them as we progress through the night, but please only ask the question once. Make sure the company has weekly options and dividends, because other than that, it's just going to be a no. And I'm sure people here that have been here for a while want to see stocks that look like they can be profitable for them. Now, I don't make tips. I don't give recommendations. I just say what I'm going to do. Now, I did buy some advanced auto parts, and you're going to see why in a second. All right. Here we go. I'm changing this to just one contract. That way you guys know one is going to be this much, two will be twice that much. So you decide how much money you want to invest in what makes sense to you. Because rule number one, never buy something you don't understand. Rule number two, never sell at a loss. Defeats the whole purpose of the game. Rule three, make sure the company's consistently profitable. 4, make sure the company has weekly options, because I want weekly cash flow. This is me. Okay, this is what I want. You guys do what you think is right for you. I'm just showing you what I do. I'm not giving recommendations. I'm not giving tips, nothing like that. I'm just showing you what I do, because I'm doing this for my children and my grandchildren. So eventually, Papa G says hi. So they will eventually go through these videos and see, hey, this is what Papa G used to do, and this is how he made all his money. Okay, fine. Let's keep on going. Now, I just want to do one contract so you see what it looks like. And then I'm changing it from a limit order to a market order. Now, there's a reason why I do that. Because a market order will fill instantaneously first thing in the morning. At 9:30, it will be one of the first stock trades filled. Because it's at the market. I don't really care what it is. And there's a reason why that is. Now, you can make more money waiting for the market to open. Adjust here, adjust there. Yep, I'm not interested. Okay? I've been doing this long enough that I know that there's two trades here. Okay, one's buying the stock, one is selling the option. They're tied together. So I know exactly what I'm going to make before I even do it. Remember? Simple. Okay, covered call, simple. Safe. Well, it's one of the safest strategies there is. Consistent. I can do it every single week because it has weekly options. And predictable. Okay, I'm going to click the button, confirm and send. Here it is. Buy one covered call, Advanced Auto Parts 100s, that's the weeklies, 28 February 25. That means the option is going to expire this Friday. So whoever buys the option got to do something before Friday or their option expires. The $46 call option against the stock, Advanced Auto Parts, at the market to open. Now, it's doing two trades at once. It's buying the stock and selling the option at the exact same time. Now, remember where I said predictable? I want to know how much money I'm making before I even do it. Ratata Bodega. Ratata Bodega. Cool. Interesting name. All right. So here is my profit right there. Do you see that? $317 per contract. One contract, I'm making $317. Two contracts, what is that? $634. Okay, just do the math. If you can do more than one contract, fine, dandy. But let's go through the numbers, because numbers don't lie. Numbers are what they are. 1 plus 1 equals 2, no matter what language you're coming from. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Unless you're Orwellian, 2 plus 2 equals 5. Now, some people understand that, some people don't. All right. The maximum profit, $317 per contract. Each contract is going to cost me $4,283. Let's break out that calculator to let you know what the rate of return is. And then I'm going to show you something that you're going to say, no way. Here we go. All right. Calculator, maximum profit, $317. Okay, to find out your rate of return, you take your profits and you divide it by the cost of the trade plus commission and fees, $42.83. Divided by $42.83, and that equals, do you see that? 7.4%. That's huge, 7.4% for 4 days. But hold on. Here's where it gets really crazy. Now, when you're investing, you have the opportunity at some point. Now, I'm not suggesting anybody does this. I'm just telling you what is out there. You have the opportunity to do margin. Now, margin means you're borrowing somebody else's money to invest. Well, if I put in $1, my broker is going to put in $1. Now, if you get really good at it, I'll put up $1 and my broker will put up $2. So I'm trading with someone else's money. That's called margin money. And there is a huge amount of risk to it. I do not suggest anybody do that until you understand it. Now, I've been trading for 20 years, so I understand it. I don't have a problem with it. Now, I do pay about 5 or 6% per year to borrow the broker's money. But if I'm making 1% every week, that's 50% per year. If I'm making 50% per year, I have no problem whatsoever borrowing money at 5% or even 8%. Hell, I'll even borrow money up to 20% if someone will lend it to me. You lend me money at 20%, no problem. Anyway, so if it was an all-cash deal, I would be making 7.4%. 7.4% is awesome. But do you see this number right here? Buying power effect. This is how much of my cash is going to be used in this, because it's a margin. 1,983. So let's do the equation again. So let's clear that. Now the profit's still the exact same, whether I use all cash or whether I use margin. Okay, so 317. Now I'm going to divide it by my money along with the margin. So I'm only putting in 1,983 of my own money. So let's see what rate of return I'm getting on my money. Divided by 1983. Oh, I remember that. That was awesome. 1983. 15. All right, well, this morning it was 20. I think it was 28 this morning. Hold that thought for a second. So on margin, it's 15.9. All right, so it's 16%. But hold on. Let's get out of here for a second. Let's get out of here. Get out of there. There it is right there. See it? Advanced Auto Parts. I did that one this morning. Okay? I got see this one right here? A 51-cent credit. 51 cents. All right, so let's do the math again. Clear. 0.51. And what did I pay for it? Where the hell is it? Oh, those are order histories. I don't want that one. Trade history. There it is right there. Mara Riley, blah, 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 blah. 24th, 25th. Today was the 25th. No, that ain't it either. Is that it right here? 10/20. I'm looking at the wrong freaking dates. No wonder why. Looking at the wrong dates. That could mess things up. February 25th. Here we go, right there. There it is. Do you see that? 288 I collected. 291, 290, 289, 288. So the 291 is the biggest one. Okay, so let's take a look at it. 291. Okay, clear that. 291. And what did I pay for it? $43.92. You see that number right there? 291. And I paid $43.92. Okay? So I divide this by $43.92, and that equals 6.6%. But how much of my money did I put in? Okay, I put in 1/3 of that. Okay, so let's get out of here. Right there. Do a duplicate order. Okay. And confirm and send. There it is right there. See it? This is the order right here. Okay. $295. And buying effect, $1,025. So let's take a look at that number. That's the trade I did this morning. Okay. Calculator. Clear that. $295, the maximum. Whoops. 295. All right. Right here, maximum profit, $295. Buying power effect, 1,025. Okay, divided by 1,025. 28.7% this morning. That's an anomaly. It doesn't happen all the time. Very rarely will that happen. Now, I've been trading for 20 years, so I get a margin preference. Okay, so rather than doing $4,000, okay, if it was all cash, okay, fine. Well, I've been doing it long enough that I only had to put up $1,000 of my own money, and I got a 28.7% return this morning. Okay, so for those of you just starting out, yeah, you need to crawl before you can walk. You need to walk before you can jog. You need to jog before you can run. You need to run before you can sprint. Okay? Stock market has been around for over 400 years. It ain't going anywhere. The sooner you get started, the sooner you can position yourself into a position kind of like what I'm at. Now, I've been doing it for 20 years. When I first started, I didn't get this. Fuzzy's here. Dude, what's happening? Okay, Fuzz says, come on camera. You want to come on camera, Fuzz? Let's see what happens. I'm going to send you the invite. See if you're coming up. You coming up? You want to say something? No? All right. Nice seeing you, though. Send me an email. Send me a text. One or the other. Hope you're doing better, brother. All right, so let's get back to where we were. All right, so anyway, as I was saying, okay, you don't expect to jump in brand new and be able to get these kind of numbers because it doesn't work that way. Okay, you have to pay your dues, just like I had to pay my dues. When I first started, I didn't get this preferential treatment. Okay, I've been doing this for over 20 years. So yeah, at that point, okay, fine. But still, even at an all-cash position, let's do the all-cash position. Let's get out of here. Okay, the profit's still the same, $295. So we get the $295, okay, and then we're going to divide it by the cash, okay, for those of you who do in cash, $41.05. Okay, divide 41.05, and it still comes to 7%. Okay, what is wrong with 7% a week? Well, there's nothing wrong with 7% a week at all. Well, let's see what it looked like at the end of the year. Okay, multiply it by 52. You ain't going to get it every single week, but if you could, that's 373% for the year. Well, It's kind of crazy and doesn't happen all the time. No, it doesn't happen all the time. Hardly ever. Okay, so I must have seen trades like this maybe twice last year. This is the first time I've seen it this year. But you know what? It looks so appetizing, I had to take a big chunk. All right, so anyway, that was that one. Yeah, it was very favorable, so yeah, I took that one. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. Let's get back out of here. Let's get back to there. Let's get right back over to where we were. Back to the beginning. All right, so Advanced Auto Parts, yeah, it was a very favorable trade this morning. However, you do have the earnings report coming out tomorrow morning. So it's a 50-50 shot. It can either go up or it's going to go down, one or the other. But here's the thing. I don't mind. I like Advanced Auto Parts. Okay? Never buy something you're not okay with buying and holding on to long term. You got 5 questions you need to ask yourself. Number 1, does it make sense? Number 2, do I like this company? Number 3, do I like this company at this price? Number 4, am I willing to buy this and hold on to it for the rest of my life if needs be? But here's the thing. Am I okay with getting rid of it if she goes up past my goal, my strike price? Because I don't want to marry it. I want to buy it. I want to get my little profit. And I say, thank you very much, because you know what's going to happen. Okay, the stock is going to go up, and at some point, it's going to get to a point where we, the buyers, are saying, oh, hell no, this thing is not worth $50, because, well, yeah, actually it is. It's not worth $60. It hasn't hit $60 in a while. Or has it? I don't know. What do we got? Okay, so the high of the year is 88. All right, so it is worth $60. But as we are right now, look at the high of the years here, the low of the years here. We're right here. Look at all this space. That's a lot of real estate, a lot of empty spacing. Okay, yeah. All right, anyway, it was very profitable. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to find out after the earnings report, is it good? Is it bad? What is it? So we'll find out tomorrow. Skurs. Okay, Skurs, how are you doing? Snag Whiskers. Oh, Snag and Whiskers. Dude, okay, cool. Over here on Instagram. You're usually over on YouTube. But okay, fine. All right, so let's keep on going. Okay, you're welcome. Everything looks backwards to us. Okay, JP, you're absolutely right. Now, here's the issue, JP. Now, you're right, everything looks backwards. Well, I got 7 cameras going, and you just so happen to be at the camera that doesn't have the opportunity for me to turn it around. So if you know how to turn the camera around, let me know. Because other than that, I don't really know. But over on TikTok, they allow you to turn the camera around so everything looks normal on TikTok. And the other YouTube channels. All right, so let's keep on going. Uh-oh. I missed all these questions. Okay, here we go. Questions. How do you pick the strike price? We're going to take a look at that in a minute. Sigma, how are you? Jay Moore, how are you? Blah, 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 blah. Ben, we already talked about that one. What about Riley? We're going to take a look at Riley already. Lucid, what's your take on PNI? We're going to take a look at that one also. UPS started my position at Trump election. All right, Tommy, we'll take a look at UPS. UPS. All right, so just opened a Schwab account today and just downloaded the desktop for my MacBook Pro. Also, been with Fidelity for about 15 years. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, some people like Fidelity. I personally don't. The reason why I don't, 15 years ago, I wrote a book on choosing the right trading platform. Now, I looked at a lot of trading platforms. Well, how is everything set up? Now, to make a decision, what do you need in order to make a decision? For me, I want to see the chart. Okay, I want to see the numbers. All right, I want to see the stock prices, and then I want everything to be on one screen so I can go from one to the next without having gone from one screen to the next screen to the next screen. Because I'm 61 years old. I don't have my memory like I used to. I can remember numbers really good, But now I have to write stuff down. I'm going from one screen to no, I don't want to do that. On Thinkorswim, I can put up 2 or 3 charts over here. I can look at everything I need to look at. I can put 2 or 3 things here. I can look at everything I need to look at all on one screen. And I don't have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So anyway, let's keep on going. So yeah, I don't like Fidelity. Sorry. I just bought more Tesla. RJ, cool beans. Yep. I didn't get to roll my trades at 359 last Friday. All right, Flash. Not quite sure which stocks you're looking at 359, but all right. Devinator, if it's not broke, don't fix it. It's why you are not driving a Model T. Dude, if I could find me a Model T, I would buy one. Doc, did you see that one? Okay. That was a nice trade on Advanced Auto Parts. 28%. That was freaking ridiculous. Cha-ching. Thank you. Doesn't happen all the time, but it did this morning. Should I sell everything tomorrow? HB, I have no idea who you are, what you're looking for, what you bought, so I can't give you an answer to that question. Okay? Terribly sorry. Okay? I don't play that game. You want advice from me? Fine. Give me your phone number. We'll have a nice long conversation. I love talking to people. I love helping out people. If you want to chat with me, put your number in the chat. Not here, not on the screen. Send me a DM. Okay? Now, if you're on YouTube, you have access to my email address. You actually have access to my phone number. You could actually call and leave me a message on my home phone, my private phone. Okay? It's on YouTube. You just got to dig for it. Now, you guys on TikTok, you have access to my email. You have access to my website. If you really want to talk to me and have a conversation, I have no problem whatsoever. I call people every single day and just talk to them. And I can guarantee you 100%, I'm not going to try to sell you anything. Now, I do have a bunch of shit to sell. I've written 14 books. I got a trading course. I have a morning trading group. It's a live trading group, and it is paid for. But I'm not trying to sell anyone anything. If you want something, you know how to buy it. You're a big boy or a big girl. Okay? All right, so let's keep on going. Advanced Auto Parts, love it. Made a nice big chunk this morning. Let's keep on going. What do we have? James, how are you today? Okie Goat Farmer. How do I join? Okay, Okie Goat Farmer, my best thing I can tell you is go right up here. Where is it? The top left corner of your screen, you'll see a little picture of me and it says Dividend Stock Talk. Yeah, click on that and just go to and send me a DM with your phone number. I'll give you a call. Okay, it's not right for everyone. It's slow, it's boring. It is only 1% a week. That's it. I'm only looking for 1% a week. I'm not greedy. Nice, 28%. Yeah, okay, Crypto Legend, that doesn't happen all the time. But it was happy to happen this morning. Stock of the day. Could be. How did you make 28% today? Well, Jimmy, I just showed you the example. 1%. I agree. Week is great. Yeah, Crypto Legend it is. What about XRP and Millennia? Okay, Modelo. Now, I'm not quite sure if you understand where you are. Okay, if you look at the top left corner of your screen, it says Dividend Stock Talk. If you click on that, the subtitle is Dividend Investing for Weekly Cash Flow. It says nothing at all about cryptocurrency and meme coins. Okay, no. Okay, Jimmy, what trade was 28%? That was Advanced Auto Parts this morning. It was weird. Do you create a watch list? Crypto Legend, yes, I do. On my watch list, it is. You ready? Hope you got a pen and paper. If not, this is recorded. You can listen to it again. Okay? Now, after we're done tonight, 11:30, okay, I will press stop, and then it will be automatically uploaded to YouTube. And you can go back and listen to the whole thing all over again. Oh, watch list. You ready? Hope you got a pencil, paper, or crayon, marker, mascara. Hell, reach in your pocket, grab out that lipstick, dudes. You know who I'm talking about. Anyway, list number 1, Dividend Kings. 54 companies that have consistently increased their dividends to their shareholders for 5 decades or more. There's one company in there, GPC, Genuine Parts Corporation, who have increased their dividends for 7 decades. That's longer than I've been alive. Every single year, higher and higher and higher and higher dividends for 7 decades. Holy shit, like, why aren't you buying that one? I know why I'm not buying it, but why aren't you? Okay? It's not a recommendation. Okay, list number 2. The Dividend Aristocrats. 67 companies that consistently increase their dividends to their shareholders for 25 years or more. Dividend Champions, same thing, 25 years of increased dividends, but there's 150 companies. There's a reason there's 150 companies and champions as the Aristocrats. The Aristocrats has more rules. So it's really, they're about as picky as the name sounds. Yeah. All right, and then you have, coming up in the tail end, the Dividend Contenders. 300 companies that have consistently increased their dividends to their shareholders for 10 years to 24 years. Not quite that prestigious level yet, but 10 years to 24 years. And we're going to follow up with 5, because I like the number 5 for some strange reason. List number 5, Warren Buffett's stock list 2025. Okay, so those are the ones that I like. Besides holding the stock if it goes down and rolling over the position before it expires, what risks are there? Definition, the risk in any investment is the earth will open up and swallow up that company. That's what the government wants you to think. Advanced auto parts. Well, there is a chance of you losing all your money. Well, I only play for 5 or 6 days. My idea of long-term investing is 30 days. Could advanced auto parts disappear in 30 days? Yeah, it could. If you believe the magic bullet bullshit, okay, so if I asked you who killed Kennedy and you say, it was the federal government did it, then you're probably right. If you say John Wilkes Booth, you're full of shit. That's the magic bullet theory, because they has 3 bullets shot, 1 hit here, 1 hit there. Known fact, there was only 1 bullet left. How could 1 bullet kill 2 people? Bullet went through the first guy, stopped in midair, turned 90 degrees. It did not ricochet. Stopped midair, turned 90 degrees, waited a couple of seconds, went 1.5 feet, turned 90 degrees again, changed its angle, and went forward again. That's the magic bullet bullshit theory that they want you to believe. Okay? Yeah. Anyway, so the risk, to answer the question, Dev, the risk is the earth could open up and swallow up every single advanced auto parts company or every single store on the planet overnight. There's your risk. So if you believe the magic bullet bullshit, you'll probably believe the risk in advanced auto parts disappearing overnight. We are required by the federal government to say, yes, there is a risk that advanced auto parts could get swallowed up and disappear off the face of the earth tomorrow. You want to believe it? Be my guest. There are some arguments that just aren't worth engaging in. All right. Next on the list, let's see what else we got here. My opinion. Hi, I'm from... I have no idea what that means. I want to ask you, what will be trend of Bitcoin today? Don't know, don't care. I don't do Bitcoin. Can you switch the video so it is not reversed? Hey, Mark, how's this for an idea? Give me a phone call. I will give you the address. You come on over and you show me how to do it, because I can't figure it out and my son can't figure it out. Okay, so what am I going to wait for my grandson, get a little older, and have him figure it out? The camera only shoots one way. That's it. Now, TikTok allows you to reverse it. YouTube does not. Terribly sorry. If you don't like the way it looks, go on over to TikTok. Everything is normal over there. Okay? I can't help what the platform offers. Sorry. But I'm glad you're at least asking and you're at least paying attention. Alrighty, let's start looking at some. Hey, Jimmy Jack, what's happening? Thank you for that. All right. Ooh, check out CVNA. Squeeze, what the hell is CVNA? CVNA. I've never heard of it. Okay, now, uh-oh, I missed all these questions. Let's go back a little bit, get to these questions. It never fails. Somebody always asking about Palantir. Okay, Mark, you don't understand. Do you pick different companies weekly? Yes, I do, Mark. Mark, look at it this way. I'm investing for weekly cash flow. I have no desire to pick a stock and hold on to it forever. Okay, if a stock is at the bottom, see, look, they go up and then they go down. That's all they do. They go up, they go down. So once it goes down, turns around, goes back up again, well, imagine that. That's a great time to jump in. That's kind of like saying, if you know when a stock is going to move, well, why not take advantage of it? Now, Mark, you're new here. Is that chart free on Thinkorswim? Peter, yes, it is. Okay, now Thinkorswim, which is this whole thing here, is free to use for a short period of time. Now, I don't make any money of it. I get no kickbacks whatsoever. But I do like the trading platform. I've been using it for 20 years because they don't mess with it. They leave it alone. It's the exact same as it was 20 years ago, which is awesome. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Leave it alone. That's why I keep using this one. And this one has everything I'm looking for. Okay, so yeah, it's there. It's available. It's free. After a while, you will need to call Charles Schwab and say, hey, I'd like to continue using this trading platform. How do we make that happen? Okay? Can I look at Reddit? Why the hell would I want to look at Reddit? They're not profitable. What was that? Try keeping members active. Okay. Big Bonsai. Chuckle too much. Okay, Big Bonsai. Can I look at Reddit? No. Reddit has no dividends. They ain't profitable. It's nothing but a waste of time. Jeff Jurassic. Mark, some weeks he plays the same stocks and some weeks they are different. Well, usually it's the same thing over and over and over again. Hey, Hollywood's in the house. LA Soundwaves. What's happening, brother? All right, let's keep on going. Did you click on ask or bid to get your trade? I get green and I get red. What do I want? Paul Rod. Interesting question. Now, the green and the red really have nothing to do with it. Okay. Let's see what I can show you. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Make it easier. Go here. Right here. And these are all my trades that I have done this year. Last year, 2024. Okay? Do you see the green and the red? The red is what I sold. It's not bad, it's not good, it's what I sold. The green is what I bought. Green is buying, red is selling. It's not winning, losing. No, it's not like that at all. Okay? If it's green, I bought it. 1,700 shares of U.S. Steel, I sold 17, blah, blah, blah. These ones, I'm just selling the options on them. Green, red, the colors don't mean anything other than I bought the green, red, I sold. That's it. Well, let's get out of there. And let's keep on going. XRP is king. All right. Let's do this. Don't. That works for me. And that works for me. All right. All right. Do I click on bid or ask? Okay. AD10. I joined because it looks professional. Oh, thank you. I'm not quite. Is there something else that came after that? I'm not quite sure. BC joined. Paul Rod on a covered call. You hit the ask button. Okay, he's right. Yeah, a margin call. John, I'm not quite sure what that means, but okay. Black History Month all year. Yeah, don't get me started on that one. Like, but first, let me take another selfie. Alrighty. I'll take out at 50%. Okay, that works too. Forex trader. I hate it when people do this, but okay, fine by me. I can't breathe, said, yeah. Any take on MDT? MDT, is that Medtronics? Oh, love from India. Namaste. Let's take a look at MDT, Medtronics. I have no... Is it Medtronics? MDT? MDT. Yeah, Medtronics. Okay, interesting. Let's take a gander at it. First thing I always want to see is where the high of the year, where's the low of the year, where was it a year ago, where is it now, and what direction is it going? Down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay. It's at 90.48 at the moment, so we're looking at the 91. I got to change this. That's not giving me the right numbers. Here we go. The 91, see the stock price? 90.98. So we're looking at the 91. It's going for 44 cents. No. Sorry. The numbers just don't work. But let's take a look at next week's numbers. Here's why. Now, there's 5 days in every week. Now, we're selling options. Now, options, you have 5 days of time value. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Well, Monday's gone. That's 20% gone. Tuesday's gone. That's 40% gone. Now you have 60% less. No, the number's not going to be there. So let's take a look at next week's. What does next week's 91 look like? 95 to 124. So there's your numbers. Okay? Because you're not going to get 1% in 3 days. Very rarely. But, still. Oh. All right. Shashi Kant Mina. Okay. Play with money is bad, dear. Not quite sure I'm going to agree with you, but okay. Bro, did you make money or what? Yes, I make money every week. Geeked out. Okay. What are your thoughts on GAB, PSEC, and DEA? All right, Rocket Dodger. We'll take a look at those in a minute. Let's go through the list that we already have assembled this evening. We got, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 12. All right, well, let's take a look at them real quick, and then we're going to answer questions after we take a look at these 12 stocks. Asking politely, only ask the question once. Make sure the companies you're putting down have weekly options and have dividends. Because if it's going to be a hell no, it's just a waste of our time. All right? So, MDT, a year ago, 93 is the high, and that was in the end of February. The bottom is in July at 75. Well, let's look at the last 90 days. Well, the last 90 days gives me a good idea of where the movement is. What are the other buyers and sellers? Because me and you guys are not the only buyers and sellers. There's millions of people out there. Okay? So, here's the high, 93. Here's the low, 79. Look, down, up, down, up. Okay, that looks interesting. Now, let's take a look at the last 30 days, because the last 30 days gives me a better idea of what we think is going to happen next. Okay? So, 30 days ago, we're at 92, and we shoot up to 93, drop down to 85, now we're back up at 90. Okay, look at the movement. Now, it could keep on going up, because it's in that momentum. These stocks have a tendency to go with the flow. It will go up until it's done going up. It will go down until it's done going down. It's actually that plain and simple. Matter of factly, there is a bottom where people say, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to buy it at this price. There is a top where people say, oh, hell no, it's not worth that. Okay, because we, the buyers and sellers, we decide what's too high and we decide what's too low. The only number out of all of this crap that is controlled by one person, that is the market maker. He is the one, or she, I don't judge. He or she is the one who decides what the opening price is going to be. And it's decided by one person. All right, so let's keep on going. So the 91 is going for 95 to 124 for next week. All right, that doesn't sound that bad. Okay, what does it normally do? Now, to find out what it normally does, we look at the seasonality. Now, the seasonality is a one-year chart. All the way to the left is January 1st. All the way to the right is December 31st. The blue line represents the movement this year. The red line is 10 years of average movement. What does a company normally do? Well, under normal circumstances, that's what it normally does. Well, look at where we are right now. Well, let's zoom into that and get a better look. Because it doesn't look like it's that good of a deal. Okay? Here's where we are right here. Okay? Normally, this thing drops, little bounce, drops, little bounce, drops. Yeah, all the way into the end of March. Yeah, no thank you. Now, is that guaranteed? No, it's not guaranteed at all. That's just what it normally does. Now, I don't mind, going against the trend every once in a while because it's just another game. Does it normally go down? Fine. I don't want anything to do with it. This week. Now, next week it might be different. Now, anyway, let's go on to the next one. Next. Okay, hold that thought. Hold that thought. General Motors, GM. No, I'm going to say no to GM right off the bat because I like looking at the chart, high, low, blah, blah, blah. Look at the last 30 days. Here's your high here. It's coming down. It's searching for a new bottom. Until it finds that bottom, turns around, starts going back up, I'll just keep my eye on it. So we're going to keep our eye on General Motors for next week. Okay. So GM looks like it might be a good contender for next week. Not this week, but next week. Got a question over here. Cabini, what the hell are you thinking? Absolutely right. Jonathan, I told you already, stop asking me about reversing the camera. I don't know how to do it. It's not a feature that's readily available. And if I reverse the camera, this is what you're going to get. Whoops, let's try it again. Hey, that's what you're going to get, looking out at my window. Okay, so other than that, jump on over to TikTok, because that's normal. Stocks is just a gambling at this point. All right, Kabini, thank you. John, thoughts on MSTR? Hell no. Occidental Petroleum? Maybe. And how about the oddball biotech? Hell no. Who has been buying the bonds like a madman recently? Okay, so MSTR, no, because it's not 20 years old, which means there's no possible way it can have 20 years of increased profitability. No. Occidental Petroleum, maybe. OXY. OXY? Yeah, nope, it's in a downturn. Okay, here's your 30-day high, and now you got 1, 2, 3 days coming down. So until Occidental Petroleum finds the bottom, turns around, goes back up, it's going to be a no for now. All right, Mina, Stefisika Mina, what the hell was your question? My friend said to me that he used his 10% money at 100x leverage. Reason he tracked his trades, he do 3 of 10 day in profit every day. By this way, he made dollars in 1 year. Okay, that's not a question. That's a statement. Okay, when you ask me a question, well then make it a question. That's not a question, that was a statement. All right, Kobeni, what about oxidation and O and CPDT for the quick increase in fluctuation? Okay, Kabini, you got to be more specific because that makes no sense to me whatsoever. Now, I've been trading for 20 years. I do admit I don't know everything. I pick one or two strategies, I get good at them, and I disregard everything else. Okay? Because there's way too many shiny objects. I get distracted easily. So, I stick to one thing, and I get good at it and go from there. Robert Jordan, hello. What do you think of Intel? I love Intel. As a matter of fact, Robert, we'll take a look at that in a little bit. I'll write it down. INTC. So, we finished up General Motors. Occidental Petroleum is going to be a no. Next on the list is Ben, B-E-N. Now, I said no to Ben earlier, but somebody wanted to take a look. Here it is. Okay, here's the chart. Monthly option is going to be a no every single time. I don't do monthly options because the numbers just don't work. I love the accent, sir. I am enjoying listening. Well, then. Kells wants to take a look at University of New Hampshire. UNH. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's go back a little bit. Whoops, wrong one. Okay, United Health, whatever. Okay, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is, right down here. Okay, she drops, shoots up, drops, shoots up, drops. We're down here at 470. Now, I try to stay away from stocks that are above $250, only because I think 470 to zero is a long way to fall. Anyway. Last year, we were at 528. We bottomed out in the middle of April of last year at 435. Well, here's the high right here, 630.73. And that was in the middle of November of last year. So from there, she drops, shoots back up. Look at the last 30 days. Okay? Here's your last 30 days. 30 days ago, we're at 540. Shoot on up to 555. Make one gap down here. Another gap down here. Here's the bottom at 440. Yesterday was higher. Today is higher. This gap looks like it might fill if that's what you're looking for. Okay, so let's take a look at the seasonality chart to find out what does this thing do normally. Well, here we are right here for the next couple of weeks. Basically just sideways. No big moves to the upside, no big moves to the downside. So the question would be, do you like United Health Group? United Health Group, UNH. I like to call it University of New Hampshire because I'm from New England and New Hampshire's like right around the corner. But either way, the 470s are going for $11 a share. That's more than 2%. For those of you who have bigger wallets than me, I won't do a stock at $400 out of my price range. Alrighty, down. All right, here we go. And next on the list, Riley. Now, just to let you know, I do have some Riley. R-I-L-Y. Okay, so first thing I want to look at, the high, the low, where was it, where is it, what's the movement, up, down, sideways, 435 to 450s go for 46. Holy cow, that's a nice price. Let's take a look at that one. It's not a recommendation. I'm not telling you to buy anything. I'm just showing you that, yes, I do have some Riley, and this is another anomaly. X and Y. Kobini. Jamar wants to take a look at Love, which is LUV, Southwest Airlines. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to pause it right here. Now, let's take a look at Riley. A year ago, Riley was at $15.59. Now, from $15.59, she jumps up to $40. Well, that's more than 100% increase. And that was at the end of April. Now, from there, she drops like a rock, and then she gaps down and keeps on going down. Look at the last 90 days. Well, here's the last 90 days. the high, and the low. Where was it? Where is it? What is it going? Up, down, up. Okay. 435 at this moment in time. Let's check the numbers. The last 30 days, right there. Okay. Sideways down, up, and it pulled back. Yesterday was a big day. Big jump. But today she pulled back a little bit and she dropped. But let's take a look at the numbers. All right, so 435 is the current price. The closest strike price would be the 450s, and those are going for 46 cents a share. Well, that's a nice return. But do you like this company? Are you willing to hold on to it for however long it takes for you to hit the target? So I could buy it at 435 and sell somebody the rights to buy it at 4, okay? And I'd still pick up a nice premium. It's a safer trade. Now you have a trade-off. Do I want a safe trade, the $4 trade, or do I want a profitable trade, the 450? Well, let's take a look at the difference between the two, and then you decide what makes sense to you. It's not a recommendation. It's just we're going through the numbers, and tell me what you think. Caden, what's happening? All right, well, let's take a look at this. At $4, okay, at $4, the premium is 67 cents. Now, we're not going to walk away with that 67 cents because the purchase price is $4.35. So if I buy it at $4.35 and I sell it at $4, I'm losing 35 cents. That's got to come from somewhere. So let's take it off the profit, the 67. So you take 35 off of 67, and I'm walking away with 22. It's just math. So I'm walking away with 22. Calculator, clear. And what am I paying for it? $4.35. Already took the 35 cents out of it. So the strike price at $4 divided by 4, and that gives me a grand total of 5.5% for 1 week. And all it has to do is stay above 4. Well, right now it's at 4.35. Can it stay above 4 between now and March 7th? Because we're looking at the 7th. Because this week you only have 3 days left. It's not really worth doing this week because you might get one. Listen, what is it? What is it? All right, the 4s for this week is 32. Yeah, no, it ain't gonna work. Sorry. All right. So, what was that? $5.5. Now that's all cash. What if it was margin? Well, let's check it out. Let's actually do one. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of here. Let's change this to covered call. Now, what if we do the 4s? Let's see what it looks like. Okay, 368. Okay, just one contract. Okay, at the market because they're tied together. Okay, here's the profit right here. 51. Okay, it's going to cost me $3.49. It doesn't allow me to do margin on this stock. Sorry, some companies, some stocks you can do margin on, some you cannot. So apparently we can't do margin on Riley. Sorry. But here we go. Bring up my calculator. Okay, 51 is the profit. Let's get out of there. Oh, no. 51 bucks. 51 bucks. And it's costing me $349. $349. It gives me a grand total of 14.6%. That's selling it at a loss. Okay? So if I'm buying it at $4.20 and I'm selling it at $4, I'm making 51 bucks per contract, but each contract is costing me $3.49. And I'm making 14%. Could you imagine what that would be like on margin? That would be crazy. But they're not allowing me to do margin on Riley. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you lose. But good time Charlie's got the blues. All right, so let's take a look at the 450s. Okay, so we're going to change this to the 450s. Do the exact same thing, but now at 450, I'm making 81 cents a share. Sorry, $81 per contract. So let's do that one. Calculator, here we go. Clear. So 81.50 is the profit on one contract at $4.50. Well, I'm going to divide that by how much does it trade? How much does it cost to do one contract? Well, 369.16. 369.16. That's 22%. But the stock has to go up in order for you to make that full profit. All right? See, right now it's at 420. If you're going to sell it at 450, well, yeah, the stock has to go up. But here's the thing. You're still collecting that $81 per share. $81 per contract, whether the stock goes up or not. So more than likely, come next Friday, okay, 7 March, that's next Friday, if she's below 450, that option expires, and then I get to do it all over again, but I'm into it at $4.50. So the big question is, do I like Riley at this current price? Am I willing to hold on to it until it hits my target? So whether you do the 4 or the 450 will decide how much money you make. Now, I already have some Riley, and yes, I already made a nice premium on Riley. I don't mind holding on to it. That being said, next on the list, back to the beginning. All right, so next on the list, VST. Who came up with VST? I have no idea who they are. VST. Vista Group. Nope. Okay. The reason why I'm saying no, I should say not this week. Okay. Not this week because look, here's your 30-day high right here. Now it's coming down. Here's your 30-day bottom and it's still dropping. Okay. As soon as it's done, okay, it's going to keep going down until it's done. And that's it. It is so plain and simple and so logical. I don't understand why people don't understand it, don't grasp it. It's going to go up until it's done, and it's going to go down until it's done. Once it's done and finds the bottom, well, that's the time to jump in. When it finds the bottom. Because stocks only do two things. They go up, and then they go down. And then they go up, and then they go down again. That's all they do. All right, so no to VST for this week. Pepsi. Nope. That was quick, wasn't it? Now, let me explain to you why it was a no and why it was a quick no. Okay, remember, every time I look at a chart, I'm looking for 5 things. The high, the low, where was it, where is it, and what's the direction it's moving. 5 things. Okay, up, down, up, down, up. No. Let me zoom in and show you the last 30 days. Okay, here's the last 30 days. What do you think? Up, down, up. I don't buy at the 30-day high. It just doesn't make sense. I prefer to buy around here, not at the bottom. Okay? The bottom is the bottom. And then you have to decide what's right for you, but for me, it's 2 days to the upside. Here's the bottom. Here's 1 day. Here's 2 day. Here's the 3rd day. This is where I probably would have jumped in. Okay, I would have missed all this, and I'm okay with that because I'm only looking for 1%. But guess what? If I jumped in here, well, it made more than 1%. That's all I'm looking for. Okay. Sigrid Hints. How are you doing? All right. So, no, I don't buy at a high. It just doesn't make sense to me. Okay, next. Archer Daniel Midland, ADM. Oh, what is that? Okay, that one looks interesting. Now, I wanted to zoom in to see this right here, but 30-day highs here, 30-day bottoms here, and it's just going up. Okay, fine. 5 things. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the movement. Up, sideways, down, up. Simple. Then last night, wait a minute, before I look any further, what am I getting? It's at 49 bucks. The 49 is going for 75 to 84. Sorry, 85. 75 to 85. Well, that's a nice numbers. Okay. A year ago, we're at 53.12. The high of the year, 66. The last 90 days. Ready? Do it real quick with me. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at the movement. Down, sideways, big drop. Now up. Okay, now we know here's the high, here's the low. Now she's going up. Great, but that's the last 90 days. Well, 90 days ago, it's a total different world. Okay? Now I want to take a look at the last 30 days. Where do we think it's going next? Right there. Right there. Yeah, okay. All right, here we go. 30-day high, 30-day bottom. Now she's going up. Look at this space. It's like a 50-50 shot in this one. Okay, 50% chance to go there, 50% chance to go there. Because we're down at the bottom, 45. At the top, 53. But we're right here. So she is in a nice upward trend. So that could look good if you like ADM. It's weird. It's actually that simple. Do I like this company or do I not like this company? Yes or no? Okay. Next. GLW. Okay, isn't that Corning? GLW. It is Corning. Okay. No. Okay, quick, right? Here's the high of the year. Look at this. Okay, as soon as it's done, then I'll take another look at it. Okay, I'm going to write it down for next week because it looks like she should be finding a bottom soon and it could be profitable. GLW. Okay. Next. American Airline. Nope. That was quick, wasn't it? See, it doesn't take that long. I hate when that happens. Okay, it doesn't take that long. Okay, high, low, was, is. Look at this. Down, up, down. Look at it. Down. Yeah, no. Simple. No. Because I want it to stop, turn around, and go back up again. Right now, she's dropping. All right, fine. Let it drop. It's going to go down until it's done. Plain and simple. Until it's done, then I'll take a look at it. Aflac. Aflac. AFL. Ooh. Didn't take long to see that one. You see that? Ooh. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up. But it's not huge. It's just almost perfect. Let's take a look at it. But before we do, 106.73, we're looking at the 107s, 130 to 155. That's more 1%. Well, that looks good. So far, everything looks great. So let's continue forward. A year ago was the bottom of the year, 78.71. Okay, and it took about 6 months to find the high. And it looks like we have a triple high at 115. Look at it. Not even triple. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times it hit 115. So what does that tell you? It tells you it ain't going to 116 because if it was worth 116, it would have already done it. And it hasn't. All right. Let's keep on going. All righty. Last 30 days. Right there. All right. Last 30 days. Now, it's not that difficult to see this. 30 days ago, 106, up to 109, drops down to 101. Now she's going back up again. Look, we still have room to move. Okay? Nice upward trend. Can it keep going? Yes, it can. But do you like it? Because there is always that possibility. Just because it looks like it going up doesn't mean it's going to. What does this thing normally do? Normally, well, here's the Aflac right here. Okay, it's a very slight downward tilt. Not huge, but very slight. Okay? Is it enough to scare you away? I don't know. Do you like Aflac? Because it is a very, very important question. Okay? Never buy something you don't understand or you don't want to hold on to for the long period of time. Alrighty, I have no idea what that meant, but okay. Something just flashed on my screen. Alright, let's keep on going. So the 106, 107s, yep, that's going over 1% if you like the company. Okay, I'm going to put a little check mark next to it because everything looked good. So far, only two out of this list look halfway decent. Colgate-Palmolive. Who came up with this one? CL. Colgate-Palmolive. No. Okay. 30-day high. No, thank you. That was quick. CNI. I have no idea who the heck CNI is. That's why. It's a monthly. No. Lucid. LCID. No. Okay. Here's your high. Down. Now, I'm going to write it down for next week. Wait a minute. What do the numbers look like? 287 to 3. Holy shit. Nice. That's like 3 into that's 4. 4%? Can I get it on margin? I don't know. But not until it finds the bottom. And who knows when that's going to be. It could be tomorrow. It could be next week. But I am going to write it down for next week. LCID. Next. Pi. Who came up with pi? P-I. Yeah, no. 3M. Love 3M. Ooh, look at that. Hold on. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at the movement. Up, down. Well, up, sideways, up, down. Okay, 147, the 147s, the 150s. Holy cow. I like those numbers. Over 2%. Yeah. All right, hold on. Let's take a look. A year ago is the bottom. 75, 65. Nice movement. Big jump up. Now she goes sideways. So like in August, she just went sideways for August, September, October, November, December, January. And then she just starts rolling up. Okay. High, low is look at the movement. Up, down, up. Okay, we had 2 days to the upside. Hold tight. We got to zoom into this, take a really good look at it. All right, here's the last 30 days, and you should be able to see that without any fanfare. Okay, 30 days ago at 150, shoots up to 155, drops down to 144. Okay, 1 day to the upside, 2 days to the upside. So now, hypothetically speaking, it should. Now, I like 2 days. We only have one so far. So tomorrow, it might be an opportunity for it to keep going up. But what does it normally do this time of year? Well, normally 3M looks kind of like this. Looks a little choppy for the next couple of weeks. Okay, a little choppy. Okay, up, down, up, down, up, down, but the company's been in business for over 100 years. Okay, they are dividend, or they used to be a dividend king. Last year, the CEO cut the dividends after, I think it was like 62 years. Can you imagine that? 62 years of consistently increasing their dividend, and then last year, for some strange reason, the CEO cut the dividend. Why would you cut the dividend after 62 years of consistently increasing? Take a pay cut. You know how long it's going to take them to get back on that list again? 50 years. Well, 49 now. All right, let's do this. All right, so currently at 146, the 147s are going for 365. That's over 2%. If you like 3M. It's such a weird thing to say. You gotta like the company before you buy it. If you buy it, then you've got to make sure it's a good company to buy. All right, so let's keep on going. That was 3M. All right, Kobeni. Contact your company and let them know if they can't improve the changes of stocks and laugh and tea and crumpets. Okay, Kano, I have no idea what that means. Jamar wants to take a look at LUV, which is Southwest Airlines. Northwest Airlines? Wait a minute. Interesting. All right. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at down, up, down. It's at 31. 31 is going 37 to 50. Yep. All right, well, let's take a look. A year ago, 34.22. Big drop all the way down to the bottom at 23.61. That was in the beginning of August. Last 90 days, here's the top right there, 36.15. Now she just drops back down again. Last 30 days. Okay, here's your last 30 days. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up. Very slow upward trend, but it is going to the upside. 31, okay. It's over 1%. If you like, what do you call it? Southwest Airlines. Now, what does it normally do? Well, normally this time of year, this thing goes down. Normally. So you really got to like the company if it normally goes down and then you jump into it again anyway. Okay? Here's the top. Here's the bottom. Now she's going up, but very slowly. So always, 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 do you like the company? Do you want to own it for a long period of time or until it hits your target? Well, what's the target here? It's at $30.99. I'm looking at the 31s. So if I buy it at $30.99, selling at 31, I collect 46 cents. That is more than 1%. Well, that's what I'm looking for. 1% every single week. All right. UPS is next. The ups dudes. Okay. Interesting. Ooh. I jumped into UPS after that big drop. Okay, hold on. Let's take a look. Take a close look. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at the movement. Up, down, up, down. Big drop here. Now she's bouncing off that bottom. Hypothetically, that gap right there should fill. So it looks like a good trade. 1811, looking at the 18s, 164. Okay, that's a yes. The 119s, that's also a yes. So which one makes sense? Well, the 118 is a safer trade. Well, the 119 is more profitable. So you're stuck in that dilemma. Get you 1% safety or get more than 1%, the stock has to do something. A little more risk, a little more reward. Me personally, I do the 118s because it's a safer trade. I'm 61 years old. I have no desire to go back to work. None. I could. I'm healthy as a horse. I play soccer on the weekends, you know. How many 61-year-olds you know gets out there and run around with one of the guys says to me the other day, he says, you're 61? What the hell are you playing for? And I looked at him and says, because I'm 61, I don't know how many more games I have in me. So if I can, I'm going to. Because eventually, there will be a last game for me at some point. Now, the oldest player on the team is 74. Fucking 74 years old. He still gets out there and runs around. Good for him. I'm 61 and he's 74. It's like, I got a ways to go. Anyway, UPS. Okay, a year ago, 147, double top at 159. That was back in March. Okay, last 90 days, look at the last 90 days. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the movement. Up, down, up, big drop, and back up again. Well, here's the bottom. Now, I remember when this happened. Okay, we talked about it. It's like, you ain't going to get any better than the bottom of the year. Okay, you hear it all the time, buy low, sell high. Well, here's the bottom of the year right there. You're not going to get any lower than the bottom of the year. Well, it's bouncing off that. Now it's heading up. The 118s is going for over 1%. That's what I'm looking for. The 118, because right now it's at 118.36. If I sell it, if I buy it at 118.36, sell it at 118, I'm still making my 1%, even though I'm losing 36 cents right off the top. Does that make sense? Think about it. I'm buying at 118.36, and then I'm going to sell it at 118. Well, I'm losing 36 cents, right? No, because I'm collecting a premium of $1.64. So you take the premium and you add it to the strike price. So I'm actually collecting 119.64. And 119.64 is a lot higher than 118.36. It's all math. Okay, so maybe you should have paid attention in math class. All right, anyway, let's keep on going. Yeah, I do like US. Now, I did buy some of this a couple of weeks ago because I saw this big drop. I said, oh, yeah, I'm going to buy some. So I did. As soon as she dropped down, I bought some, and now I don't own it anymore because I made my profit. Boom, I'm done. Right, Mina. Sir, investor pulling money from Indian stock market. What could be the reason for that? Is it Mr. Trump policy, or investors got some good so they are pulling it and investing somewhere else? Okay, no, Mina, investors make their money by investing. So they take their money from here and they move it over to here if they think over here is going to give them a better rate of return. It's all about the numbers. Okay, so I'm only making 2 or 3% here, but I can make 5 or 6% here. Well, then it's a no-brainer. Where is the best place to put my money for a safe, predictable return? Well, that's why they do it. Whether it's the Indian market, whether it is the Japanese market, whether it is the British market, whether it's the South American market, whether it's the North American market. Big investors, they move their money where they think is the best place to put it. Kakaram, what's happening? All right, so let's keep on going. Kabini, Indian stocks give insured policy for a fee of charge as a scam engagement to money laundering. Okay. Yes, I get you. Okay. Anyway, okay, Kabini. Anyway, the 21st of March, it has an uprising. I have no idea. I mean, you okay, thank you, Kaboni. Perhaps the company stealing the money is studying your investment movement, blah, blah, blah. Okay, can we talk about how the entire time your camera is inverted? No, we can't. Can't see the screen writing. Well, then you need to get off of this screen here and go on to the other YouTube screen, because the other YouTube screen is just the screen. Okay, so the one that you're on now is me standing in front of the screen. Okay, the other screen on YouTube is just, it's the screen off with not me being in front of it. Can we see you use AU and clap? All right, how about no? These are just small companies, invest high. Okay. Joshua, what's happening over here, Joshua? Now, Joshua, I want to apologize because the camera quality on Facebook is not as good as it is on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Rumble. I think. Twitch also. Reason not to buy high. Okay, makes sense. You completely forgot about the yield. No, I did not. All right. High, low, high, low, blah, blah. Do you only talk about large cap? Gabe, I only talk about stocks that are consistently profitable. If you know of a stock that has 20 years, 2 decades of consistent profitability, I'll be more than happy to look at it. But I require for my investing into anything that it has 2 decades of increased profitability and weekly options. Other than that, I'm not really interested in it. Okay, now we looked the other day, there's 9,936 different companies. Now I look at about 300. Now the 300 I look at are consistently profitable for more than 2 decades. And they just so happen to be big cap stocks. Well, because they've been in business for more than 20 years. Okay, you could invest your money any place you see fit. Now, I'm retired. I have no desire to go back to work, so I want to make sure the companies I invest in are consistently profitable. They just so happen to be big cap stocks. Sorry. Please keep on going. I'm a big fan of Jesse Pinkman. I never heard of him. Better call Saul. Okay. All right. Random company name. Okay. No wonder no one buys from them. No idea what that means. What about Samsung? All right. You have the ticker symbol. Pi is huge. P-I-E. P-I-E. Yeah. No. That was quick. This is decreased. Very bad. Okay. GBP. What the heck is GBP? GBP. No options, no thank you. JPY. JPY. Yeah, no thank you. SEL. SELL. No. Sorry, dude. All 3 of those are no. Buy this immediately. Nope. Bro is talking about is taking life too seriously. No, not really. I do a whole heck of a lot of nothing. It's not bad. That's a no. Thank you. That's a long time. 2% is good, though. Yes, it is. I like 2%. Just 3 years. Imagine how you could do this. Blah, blah, blah. Risky reels. Blah, blah, blah. Drop a tilde lower the risk of reels. Okay, yeah, no. Southwest is about to file bankruptcy. Okay, thank you. Any thoughts on Kodiak? Nope. Dev, how you doing? HB, do you believe that the last 2 weeks of February are the worst for the whole year, or there is no timing the market? Don't know what to tell you. All right. Mark, will you please talk us more about your technique? It's late today. I'll be interested in listening to 61-year strategy. I'm disabled. Agree completely. I can't work anymore. Okay. Dev, NVIDIA. Hell no. Okay, Dev, I have no idea. It boggles my mind. It really does, Dev. Hold on a second. Just for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it. Let's go. Oh, where did it go? Oh, right there. And we actually have it pulled up. NVIDIA. Okay, Dev, you ready for this crap? NVIDIA. 126.63 is the current price for NVIDIA. Forward dividend and yield. Do you have any idea, Dev, what forward dividend and yield means? Well, forward dividend is how much you can expect to receive as a portion of the profits from this wonderful company called NVIDIA. Now, when you invest in a company, you're looking for one or two things. One, cash flow, which means sharing of profits through a dividend. If the company's profitable, they will give you a piece of the pie, a part of the profits. Well, NVIDIA has a 4-cent dividend. Means you're buying the company for $128 a share, and your share of the profits is 4 cents for the year. Not a week, not a day, not a month, not a quarter, for the whole 365 days. Explain to me a manner in which I'll understand, because I have a tough time with this one. Okay, $130 or $128 for a company that pays you 4 cents. 4 cents a year. The yield on that is 0.03. Not even, that's 3/100ths of a percent. 3/100ths of a percent. Why do you think that's good? But hold on a second. Hold on. It actually gets worse. Really does. Let's take a look at the statistics for NVIDIA. Okay, here it is right here. Okay, market cap, 3.1 trillion, trailing PE ratio 51, forward PEA 30, blah, 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 blah. Book value. Do you have any idea what book value means? $2.69 a share. Now, you can say a lot of things about stuff, but one thing you cannot argue with is the numbers. Okay? 1 + 1 is going to equal 2 no matter where you go. In the galaxy, not just here in the United States, not South America, not Europe, anywhere on this planet. No. Anywhere in the galaxy, the universe, 1 and 1 equals 2. Okay, so if this thing has a book value of $2.69, that's all it's worth. So why are you paying $126 a share if it's only worth $2.69 a share? And it only gives you 4 cents a year. Explain to me in a manner which I'll understand. As if I was like 4 or 5 years old. Why do you think NVIDIA is good? The dividends are horrible. The premiums, well, the premiums are okay. But it's only worth $2.69. Now let's take a look at Ford, for instance. Now Ford, the stock's at $9.35, but at least it's worth over $12 a share. General Motors, well, what is the thing on General Motors? $46 a share. Okay, $46.71 per share. The book value on General Motors is $65 a share. So the company is worth $65 a share, but you're buying the shares at $46.71. So why the hell would you buy NVIDIA at $126, $128, whatever the hell it is, if it's only worth $2.69? It makes no sense to me. See, sometimes it boggles my mind why people put money into something that's almost worthless. Why? Never mind. Let's keep on going. Lower don't do perks. NVIDIA has the top gainer in the AI market. I really don't give a flying dead rat's carcass. I'm 61 years old. AI has been around for what, 5 years maybe? Okay, General Motors has been around for 100 years. AT&T, over 100 years. Consolidated Edison, over 200 years. Okay, they have historical performance behind them. Has NVIDIA seen World War I? No, it hasn't. Has it seen World War II? Nope. Has it seen the Great Depression? Nope. Has it seen the stock market crash of 1929, 1987, 2000, 2008, 2021? No, NVIDIA hasn't seen any of that shit. Hasn't seen the oil embargo of the 70s. It hasn't seen the The Gulf Wars, Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, all that bullshit. NVIDIA hasn't seen any of that crap. But General Motors has. Ford has. Colgate-Palmolive, Procter & Gamble, Wells Fargo, Bank of America. I can keep going on and on and on. NVIDIA is a new kid on the block. It's a shiny object. Great, wonderful. Blockbuster Video went from crap to shooting for the moon. Now it disappeared. Okay? Yeah, terribly sorry. I'm not a fan. I've seen enough of the Terminator movies. I've seen 2001: A Space Odyssey. I've seen a lot of this crap. I don't trust computers as far as I can throw them. Okay? I write shit down. Okay? I'm old school. Terribly sorry. I don't need to apologize to anyone. I don't do NVIDIA. The numbers just don't work. Sorry. Yep. Technology is the future, my boy. Believe it or not. And AI is projected to grow to, yeah, great. Really don't care. A chip is a sink of energy transfer. Perhaps one day there will be an updatable software chip. Yep. Agree, my friend. Okay, I'll tell you what. One EMP can wipe out the whole thing. Terribly sorry. You do know what an EMP is, right? And you think that that won't affect AI? Well, hell yes, it will. Okay, will it affect toothpaste? Okay, dishwashing liquid? Rubber tires? Spark plugs? I'm terribly sorry. I can't get on the AI thing. Sorry. KMB. Kimberly Clark. I like Kimberly Clark. KMB. They've been around for quite a while, and it's going to be a no. Sorry, dude. Look, I don't bite at the high. It just doesn't make sense to me. Sorry. All right, so it is 11:17. So we're going to go and just answer questions. We're not going to be looking at any more stocks. Lower don't do perks. The economy is primarily focusing on growing the manufacturing and servicing department and what is located in the manufacturing index, AI tech, and you will say, yeah, I probably will. You know what? You can take your AI stocks. You can ride your Lamborghini right into the sunset. I honestly really don't care. Seriously, I don't. I like simple, safe, predictable, consistent. That's what I like. Okay? Company's been in business over 100 years. I will take that over a shiny object any day of the week, especially at $126 a share. The dividend is 4 cents. Hell no. The book value, $2 and what was it? $2.69 per share. Yeah, hell no. Sorry, the numbers just don't make sense. Have you ever traded NVIDIA at least? Yeah. What are my top 5? Oh, my top 5. Macy's, Nordstrom, Kohl's, U.S. Steel, and Intel. Love your strategy. Thank you very much. Okay, it is 11:18. We got 12 minutes left. I'm just going to go through the questions, and we have quite a bit of questions to go through. All right. Walmart is coming up. Do you think I should do a covered call on Walmart? Now, Caracum, I really can't tell you what to do, but Wally World, WMT, has a little bit of a pullback. Okay, here's the high of the year right here. Pulled back, and only has one day to the upside after this pullback. So it's really going to be depending on you. Where do you think the next day? Because tomorrow will tell whether or not this is an anomaly or if this is going to come down. You got a big gap here, and gaps have a tendency to fill. So this could be a good opportunity to jump in tomorrow. All right, so let's keep on going. Down. Squeeze, CVNA. What do you think about SoundHound? Sorry, they haven't been around long enough. CVNA. What the heck is CVNA? CVNA. Well, it's a no, only because look at the big drop. Carvana, yeah, they don't have 20 years of dividends. Now, Pepsi, we looked at Pepsi earlier today. Okay, you can, after the show, in about 15 minutes, you can go to YouTube and re-watch the whole show again because it is being recorded at the moment. It is 11:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 25th of February. So if it is after that time, it's recorded. Yeah, so you'll see it later on. We are not normal over here. Devinator, cool beans. Alrighty. Okay, Suzuki Monkey, back again. I recognize the name. Eleni, is that right? Eleni Cassifis. Any good weekly dividend stocks? Okay, hold that thought. When are you airing times? Okay, Mark, I'm live every night. Okay, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until about 11:30, which is only 9 minutes away. My throat's getting a little sore from talking too much. Your opinion on senior notes? I have no idea what that is. What's your thought on ExxonMobil? I love ExxonMobil. Okay, I don't know what the numbers are at the moment. Jeff Jurassic, Walgreens, yep. Riley, yep. Target, yep. Kohl's, yep. Home Depot, yep. Riot, yep. Mara, yep. Intel, yep. Ford, yep. These are some of the weekly examples. Yep, he's right. All those, I like those. How about BSM? What the hell is BSM? It's a no is what it is. Okay, when I say I don't do monthly options, there's a reason why I do monthly options. Because the numbers just don't work. I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. You can't get that with a monthly optionable stock because you can only do that once a month. TMO, too much obstacles. TM. Interesting. Ooh, nice. Take a look at that. Here's the bottom, shoots up, pulls back. Now it's going back up again. 539 to 540s are going for 8 to 10. Well, yeah, that'll give you more than 1%. Now, I don't trade this because I don't go over $250 per share. Quantum. MPLX. Sorry, dude, that's a no. I don't do monthlies. I just got finished saying that. A monthly optionable stock, you can only trade it once a month. Okay, that's only 12 times a year. In order for you to get weekly cash flow from a monthly optionable stock, you have to be sitting in front of your computer every single day. Yeah, no thank you. I don't do that. If you had to start over, had maybe a couple of hundred a week to invest, where would you start? Dividend capturing. That's where I would start. Is there a comfortable minimum account balance to start with? Now, okay, my grandson started his account with $50. Okay, granted, he's only 4 years old. Okay, my girlfriend started out with a couple of thousand. You just keep on working. It's time and consistency. Okay, make a commitment to yourself, because whether you like it or not, whether you agree or not, at some point in time, you are going to retire. You have 3 opportunities. 1, you can walk out and tell your boss, you can take this job and shove it. I got enough money coming in. I don't need you anymore. That's number 1. Unfortunately, most people wait for opportunity 2 and opportunity 3. Opportunity number 2 is aging out. That means you're too damn old to go to work. It means your boss says, hey, stay home. Time to retire. It's called aging out. You just get too damn old. It's just a part of life. And number 3, yeah, you can toe tag out. Because eventually, we all toe tag out. Okay? It is what it is. I mean, we are here for a certain period of time, and that's it. At some point, you will no longer be here. I will no longer be here. So everything I'm doing, I'm setting up for my kids so that they can just come in and take right over. So it doesn't have to go through probate, doesn't have to go through any hoops. It's just like, okay, CEO retired, new CEO is joining, and they just take over from there. Okay, wisdom. I like ExxonMobil. How do you know when it finds the bottom? Okay, Raz, that's a good question. Okay, I'm going to ask you a couple questions, Raz, and tell me what you think. Okay? Raz, how do you know this is the bottom right here? It's a simple question. How do you know it's the bottom? Well, because it's the bottom. Okay, there's nothing lower than it. That's how you tell it's the bottom. Stocks will drop until they are done. When they are done, they will start going back up again. And then when they're done going up, guess what they do then? Then they come back down again. Well, how do you know when it stops? Well, it stops when it stops, and it goes back the other way. That's all they do. They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. Okay, that's it. Now, if you think a stock is going to come to your house and make you dinner, wash the dishes, take the dog out for a ride, dump the trash, tuck you in a bed at night, you're sadly mistaken. Stocks go up, they come down. They go up, they come down. They go up, they come down. That's all they do. The best you can do is get to know whatever stock it is you're looking at. Find out, what does it normally do? How does it normally... How many days down can it go before it turns around? Well, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, what was that? 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks straight down before it found the bottom. So, all right, that's low enough. Because it is you and me who decide what's too high and what's too low. Because at some point in time, we're looking at this company and say, wait a second, MPLX at 39, hell yeah, that's a deal and a half. Let me buy some. Or on the flip side, MPLX at 44, oh hell no, it ain't worth that. We, you and I, decide what is too high, what is too low. We create the market. We create this mess. And you just need to jump in when the timing is right. So where's the bottom? Well, the bottom is when the stock stops moving down. And it will turn around and it'll go up. And it will keep going up until it stops and starts going down again. That's it. Sean Grady, but how do you know when the bottom is in tomorrow? You don't. There's no way possible. All right, let's go here. Okay, now you can see this plain and clear as day. Low over here, it goes up, and then it comes down. Now, is this the bottom right here? How do you know? You don't know. You don't know until the next day. Well, let's go to the next day. Oh, look at that. The next day is lower. Well, is that the bottom? You don't know. What does the next day look like? Oh, look at that. Even lower. Even lower. Even lower. Even lower. It keeps going down until it stops and then turns around. Could this be the turnaround right here? It could be. Oh, it really could be. That's 2 days to the upside. 1 day, 2 days. Okay? That's your bottom. It stopped going down. Now it's turning around, going back up again. Unfortunately, it's 1 day at a time. That is it. It goes down until it's done. It goes up until it's done. It's actually that simple. By trying to figure out why, it's one of those catch-22 questions. Well, chicken or the egg? Okay? Love from Pakistan. Why, thank you. All right, let's keep up with the very last of the questions, and I'm out of here. It's past 11:30. What stock is that? I have no idea what that is. 86 in the house. Or GM, I mean. Okay, I like GM. Ooh, KHC, yes, that's Heinz Ketchup. They've been in business over 100 years. Shopify, hell no. They don't have 20 years of anything yet. What program are you using to look at? Okay, that's Thinkorswim. It's not a program. It's actually a trading platform. How come your website doesn't show any trades for 2025? Get my calculator, my eyeglasses up for this. Let's get out of there. That's 2024. Weekly trades 2025. Okay, there they are right there. Week 1, first quarter. I haven't finished them all. Okay, this is not a business. This is just a hobby. It's just a hobby. It's all it is. Okay, you just click on that. That tells you all my trades for the first week of January. I got US Steel, MPW, Intel, Altria, Harley Davidson, and Riley. Okay, how much did I make the first week of January? It was crazy. 6.19% I made the first week of January. That's that one. I haven't done the numbers on this and this yet, or the rest of them. Okay, I'm still working on it. Okay, it's like I said, it's a hobby. It's not. Whoops. All right, so let's keep on going. How many days to the upside do you practically? I typically look for 2 days to the upside. Find the bottom. Okay, here's the bottom. Here's 1 day to the upside. I won't jump in here. Here's 2 days to the upside. I wouldn't jump in there. Right there. That's where I jump in, because on the third day, is it going to go higher or is it going to go lower? 2 days to the upside. Third day is my deciding day, and then I wait until after the market opens. If it's up, I'll jump in. Okay, you were just saying otherwise, or so it seemed. What's your strategy? Short volume? No, not at all. Premium selling? Exactly. Have you back tested this? Oh my God, Sean Grady, you are new here. You are so new here. Okay, hold on a second. All right, let's go right here. Okay, Sean, hold tight. Don't go anywhere. Okay, hold on. We're going to go to videos. Sean, check this out. You ready? 895 videos. 895. I bet you know how long it takes to make 895 videos? Okay? All right, so videos. Oldest. Let's go to the oldest one. Okay? Now remember where I said I created this strategy for my daughter?
And me, as you being part of my internet website called Thingy, which my dad didn't let me call him that, but I do. Being part of that, you're going to be getting lists of stocks I'll be trading.
Okay, Sean, this is me 15 years ago.
That means every single day you buy a different stock. Every single day there is a different company paying out dividends.
I always laugh when I see that. So anyway, Sean, why am I showing this to you? I mean, did you ever think of that question? Let's roll down here. These are all the trades for this year. I'm sorry, last year, 2024. Hold on, Sean. Okay, hold on. It goes all the way. Let's go all the way down here. Okay, week 4, week 3, week 2, week 1. Here we go, Sean. You ready for this? Starting date, August 31st, 2011. Dude, I've been doing this since 2011. Not really. I've been doing this before then. But this is the very first blog post. Blog post, 2011. Now, I've been trading since the early 2000s. Actually, I've been paid in the 1990s. But I didn't start sharing what I'm doing until 2011. Okay? So, yeah, I've been doing this for a long time. So, back testing? I don't really need to back test because I've been doing it consistently every single year. And the only reason you're seeing it now is because last year somebody put me in front of a camera and say, hey, have at it. Share it with everybody. So last year I had one camera and I shared it on TikTok. in YouTube. I've been sharing on YouTube since 2000 and I don't even know when. But now I'm up to 7 cameras and I think 10 different platforms. But next, we're moving into television. So we're going to have our own TV show, basically doing the exact same thing. Standing in front of the camera saying, hey, it's not that difficult. Why do you want to make it complicated? So hopefully answers your question. I was only suspicious when you suggested a fixed number of days is information. Okay. I appreciate it. But yeah, you know what? I'm not trying to sell anyone anything. I'm just sharing information. I'm creating a chronological dialogue for my children and grandchildren to take a look at. So when I am long gone, the information that I am sharing for free, I'm not charging anything for this. I share it for free. So my children and grandchildren will say, wait a minute. Grandpa was making 9% per month, 8% per month, 3% per month. I made over 105% in 2012. And then 2013, I didn't make as much. Anyway, let's keep on moving forward. So yeah, all my trades for this year, well, this is 2024 here. 2025 is right there. Okay, here's the beginning balance. Now remember, I share 3 accounts with you guys. Beginning balance, 152, 143, 114, 1% a week. You figure out the math. Okay, 152,000, 1% a week is 1,500. 1,500 for 1 hour. That's $1,500 an hour just on this one account. Then you got this one, then you get this one, and then you got the other 4. I got 7 different accounts. I only share 3 of them with you guys. So if I'm sharing this for free, ask yourself, what are my paid members getting? 50% a week, 1% a week. That's 50% a year. So what are the paid members getting? That's an interesting question. All right, anyway, let's keep on going. Let's get out of here. Out of there. We're way past 11:30. Let's finish up the questions. How come your website? Yeah, okay, we just did that one, Mark. NNE, never heard of it. Mark the Realtor, where do you see the date? Lucid doesn't pay a dividend. I didn't say that it did. Somebody wanted me to take a look at it. I did. Can you look at PI? No, I don't do coins. Sorry. Godric, dividend doesn't come from profits. Unfortunately, Godric, dividends do come from profits. The very first dividend stock was sold in 1602. Now, a bunch of Dutch businessmen got together and said, hey, let's create the biggest company we can think of. The biggest company the world has ever seen at that time. They literally went door to door asking the peasants, if you invest in this company, we promise to share some of the profits. That is the dividend. Okay, now in 1602, the VOC, the Dutch East India Shipping Company, shared the profits with anyone who had money to buy shares. If you could buy a share of the company, you could buy it, and you were entitled to a portion of their profits. Now, Godric, the VOC actually paid an average of 18% per year for 198 years. 198 years. Well, they finally went bankrupt because of mismanagement and corruption. Just goes to show you, you give people money and power, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot. Okay, you found it? Cool. What do I think of PI coin? I don't do coins. Quantum. Uh-oh. Questions? Here. Where are you advised to always follow up your consultation with only if you like the company? No. I was not advised to do that at all. Okay? It just makes sense. Never buy something you don't understand. If you don't understand it and you don't want to own the company for a long period of time, don't buy it. Okay, Bart, do I read this chat? No, I don't read this chat at all. Why would you ask me that question? Oh, that's right. You're new here. Okay, when I say I read each and every single question before I depart for the night, I do. Sunoco, we'll have to look at it tomorrow. He almost answers more on YouTube. No. Eddie, I answer every single question. If you have to roll to the following week, when do you do that? When it makes financial sense. Okay, on Monday, I like to give the stock enough time to see what it does. Okay, once I see what it does, then I will decide, should I roll it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday? Okay, it's always a numbers game. Always about the numbers. Does it make sense? Godric, you don't like General Motors? Hey, nothing wrong with that at all. General Motors stock is only 19 years old. They went bankrupt, 0 share price in 2008, started over. Yeah, I get that, but the company's been around for over 100 years. What is the benefit of starting with a dividend fund instead of SPY or VOO? Haynes, I said nothing at all about a dividend fund whatsoever. Okay, I invest in dividend stocks. I don't do SPY because the numbers suck. I don't do VOO because the numbers really suck. Okay, when I say the numbers suck, well, let's take a look. Now, I always tell people, if you're going to be investing, you really need to find a financial website. A financial website will give you key statistics to information you need in order to make a decision on what to buy. Okay, so Spider. Let's go take a look at Spider. Historical data. Okay. Now, the Spiders, SPY, $594 a share. You can't argue with that. That's what it is. So we are here. I want to take a look at the historical prices because I want to see how profitable Spider is. Okay, let's go to dividends only. Okay, now let's go and look at 20 years. Because remember I said I want 20 years of dividends. Okay, that's 2005. Okay, here we go, 2005. Now, where is it? Okay, Hayes, are you ready for this? Now, Hayes, when I say consistent profitability, I don't know what that means to you, but what it means to me is that this year should be more profitable than last year. Next year should be more profitable. The year after that should be more profitable. So if I'm looking at the dividends, okay, and a dividend is a portion of the profits, that means if you make a profit, you have this much goes to the shareholders. That's what a dividend is. It's a portion of the profits given back to the shareholders. And if the company's consistently profitable, then the dividend should consistently increase. Correct? You can agree or not, but it is factual. If you make more money, then you share more money with your investors. So let's take a look at Spider and let's see how consistently profitable they are. 2005, 47, 49, 52, 67. Look at that. 4 in a row. Higher, higher, higher. Wait a second. 47, 49, 52, 67, 52. Wait a second. Hold on. That went backwards. 67 to 52. That's a 15-cent drop. Now, 15 cents doesn't sound like a lot, but 15 cents on a $67 stock, what is that? It's about a 10 or 15% drop. Okay, no, that doesn't work. Okay, but hold on. Let's see if it gets any better. March 17. Where are we? Right here. Okay, March. Okay, here we go. 58, 79, 55. Backwards. 52, 56, 58, 79. Okay, great. 55, backwards. 66, 72, 78, 64, backwards. 67, 69, 72, 56, backwards, 52, backwards, 51, backwards, 59, 48, backwards, 60, 65, 55, backwards, 63, 63, 77, 61, backwards, 69, 78, 102, 69, backwards. Do you see a pattern here? Goes up, comes down, goes up. Consistent profitability should look something like that. Wait a second. I'm going to do that in a second. But consistent profitability should be every single one of these should get higher and higher and higher and higher. I don't like Spider because they're not consistently profitable. But hold on a second. It actually gets worse. It really does. Summary. Do you know what the summary is? The summary page on the financial website? Here it is. Okay. Here's a Spider. It's down $2.97. Okay, fine. But what is this right here? Look at the previous close, the open, the bid, the ask, the high, the volume, blah, 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 blah. Expense ratio, the beta, blah, blah, blah. The yield. Do you know what the yield is? Do you know what that means? That means you put a bunch of money up, 500 and whatever per share, and you get return for your money. That is called the yield. On Spider, the yield is 1.17 for the year. How can you freaking possibly tell me that's a good investment? 1.17 per year. That's a good yield? What are you shitting me? Really? But hold on. VOO ain't any better. VOO. Okay. VOO, $546. The yield for VOO is 1.21. 1.21% for the year. Now, I make over 1% every single week. Now, 1% every single week comes to over 50% per year. How can you possibly tell me that 1.2% is better than 50%? It boggles my mind when people like you say, well, get not Spider or VOO. They're pieces of crap, in my humble opinion. I would never buy either one of those. But let's take a look at the dividends for VOO. Let's see how wonderful those are. Historical data. Come on, historical data. Here we go. Historical prices, dividends only. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. Okay, how far back is the beginning? We want to go to 2005. Oh, wait a minute. 2010? This thing ain't even 20 years old. Why am I investing in a company that's not 20 years old? Because I want consistency of profitability 2 decades or more. This one doesn't have it. This thing only has 15 years. But let's take a look at the numbers. 56, 53, backwards. 54, 57, 58, 69, 57, backwards. 64, 69, 97, 67, backwards. 74, 79, 91, 78, backwards. 81, 88, 98, 90, backwards. 95, 109, 101, backwards. 95, backwards. 88, backwards. Do you see a pattern here? When I say consistently profitable, hold on, I'll show you what consistently profitable should look like. Now, in my humble opinion, consistent profitability looks something like this. 16, 20, 23, 28, 31, 36, 39, 42, 46, 51, 56, 62, 68, 75, 83. Every single number is higher and higher and higher and higher. That is what is called consistency of profitability. Why would you invest in a, you know what, fuck it, forget it, ain't even going to bother. Do you ever close and sell out early if you make 2 or 3? It depends on the numbers, Mark. Always, always, always depends on the numbers. Close a put you sold early. I don't know what that means. I know what it means, but I don't know what it means in this context. If you are interested in stock, you have to keep an eye on it every day. Okay, What's wrong with that? If you have a garden. Oh, here's another one for you. If you have stocks or if you have money and you're interested in investing or making that money grow, yeah, you should look at it every day. It only makes sense. What the hell is that? Oh, something over here. It only makes sense. It's like if you have a garden, well, you should tend to it every day. If you have children, you should tend to them every day. If you are a regular person, you should tend to yourself every day. So what makes money any different? Okay, because you are going to... no, never mind. It's past 11:30. I'm getting tired. This is getting ridiculous. When do I sell every week? Monday. What are the main stocks you invest in for dividend income? Okay, Bart. Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, Warren Buffett's list. Those 5 lists right there will give you over 300 companies that are consistently profitable. Every single year. Year after year after year. Higher and higher and higher. It was to the question when the bottom happens. Okay. Free speech and other stuff. Which website are you on the TV screen? Well, right now, this is Yahoo Finance. I always tell everybody, you need to find a financial website. Whether it's Yahoo Finance, Google Finance, CBOE, NYSE, Chicago Board of Options Exchange, the New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ, wherever. But you do need to find a website that will give you financial information. Okay? Yahoo Finance gives me detailed information, especially the data stream. Well, the data stream is what was the opening of the day, what was the high, what was the low, what was the close, what was the volume since the beginning of the company. So it goes back as far as the very first. All right, never mind. It is what it is. Alrighty then. You will have a TV show like Jim Cramer. Yeah, kind of, but I like to think, I've seen some of Jim Cramer's returns. Yeah, he doesn't get 50% a year. Free speech. Yahoo is free. Yes, it is. Okay, Nazar, I'm just getting ready to leave, dude. You're just getting here. I'm getting ready to leave, but thank you for showing up. I'm done. I'm out of here. It's 11:52, way past my bedtime. You guys have a great day. Hope to see you again. Fuzzy, have a good day, brother. Over here on Instagram, you guys have a nice night. And you guys over here on TikTok, account number 1, you guys have a great night. See you again tomorrow. And you guys over here on YouTube, you guys have a great night also. See you again tomorrow night, same time.